Happy Friday afternoon, everyone.
It's Joanne from Magpies Cottage.
And our sidekick, Amy.
From Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin.
And it finally stopped raining and the sun is coming out.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yes.
Good.
I mean, I have been running errands all morning and doing stuff that needed getting done, and
yeah,
I got drenched like twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was lucky when I came into work. It was just raining a little bit, sprinkling.
Okay.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind walking in the rain.
No, this was downpour.
Okay.
Big fat
yeah,
raindrops.
That's different. Yeah. So.
Not a good morning to run errands. But, well.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. Well.
Yes, she's got baskets of yarn.
All kinds of stuff over here, and I want to show this first so I can get at my knitting.
Okay, there you go.
So, this is a bag that I got from Sandy, one of our viewers, and she gave me this plus others to give away as prizes on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, that
It's
is
a great
beautiful.
big tote bag.
I love this
really
fabric.
Stiff.
Good.
And she's got Velcro there. She's got a little zip pocket in there, and then you got room behind the zip pocket also.
Oh my gosh, I love the sheep. I love the fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable.
All you have to do to win this is leave a comment below.
Got it?
In 2 weeks, we will draw for a winner. So leave a comment below, and you will be in the running to win this tote bag. And thank you, Sandy.
That
and
fabric.
There's more to come.
Oh my.
And then she came back on Sunday after I was gone, and she left this bag for you.
For me?
For you, and you can keep what you want, give away what you want, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at these. They're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this fabric. It's lime green. That is my favorite color, you know. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Sheep. I love it.
So those are from Sandy. If you don't see her before, you can thank her at the retreat.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna.
So, yeah.
They're beautiful. Thank you, Sandy. You are so kind. Oh.
Yeah. So that's a fun thing.
Yeah.
So we'll have a giveaway this week.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was a big thing on top of all my knitting. So I couldn't even talk about my knitting.
She was saying she can't get in her knitting. Well, now I know why.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because these are kind of big bags.
Yeah.
And they're all stiff. They're all like a heavy interfacing in them.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah,
and
nice.
I'm sorry I didn't get to meet Sandy because I was off gallivanting with the old guy. So what can I say? You got to pay attention to them too once in a while.
And you're going to do that again this weekend.
I know. What the hell? 2
Well,
weekends in a row.
Fun.
Way too much close and familiar. You know, ugh, boy, hanging out with that old guy.
That's okay.
That's all right. I'm going to keep him.
Yeah. Keep him around a while.
Yeah.
Got to pay some attention to him. So now we have the choice to either get into yarn or knitting. Which do you want to do?
I want to talk about your yarn because I love this.
Okay. These are some mini skein sets I made up. I showed you a few of the skeins last time of the oranges and rusts and browns, but now I got the greens done too, and I did that variegated there in the middle.
I love this.
So this is a set. It's on the website. $29 for 6 minis. I got a couple of sets of those out there. This one is a lot the same, except for, see, the center one is speckles instead of variegated, and the orange is brighter. So that's another one of the minis. And then I have this set.
This is a cool fade set.
It is the bamboo sock. So this yarn does not dye as intense as this one. I think I talked about that before. So everything is more like it's frosted. And so it has 5 skeins in it. I hope you can see all the colors. Those are the back ones. And there's that speckle one. And this has 5 50-gram skeins in it, and it's $49, and it's on the website. And it's bamboo sock, which is 50% merino, superwash merino,
Okay.
25 bamboo, and 25 nylon. Now, those are, here's some of my other ones. I think I might have shown this brown one already. Some more minis.
Greens?
The greens.
This is a really
I'm
dark
pretty
green.
sure I showed these oranges already,
Yeah, I
too.
think you did.
So, and then I have some of that variegated in the
Wow.
bamboo. I don't have this one in sets. I only have the speckles in sets. But I have this one. I have the orange and green.
Okay, so I got to tell you, the September knit along for Laura Ayler is a cowl called Thorn, Thorne. I think there's an E on the end. Anyways, it's a Laura Ayler pattern on Ravelry, and it's a cowl, and it calls for a five mini skein gradient.
Okay.
Okay, so on your minis, how many yards?
87.
Okay, that'd be enough. Because I think the one color that has the most is 70 yards.
Okay.
Okay, and it's only 5. So this is going to be a really short, quick knit. But I'm looking at these. Okay, let's face it. Do I have a gradient set at home that I could probably use for this? Yeah, but gosh, I'm having fun looking at this. And
Yeah.
I would need, just 5 minis.
Well, these sets come in 6, or you can pick your own.
Well, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. Is to
Okay.
pick my own. I don't know.
I don't know. There might be a few more over in the basket, but
See,
otherwise
like
we have
if I did
these.
this, though, these two are the same. So there's 4. I like these 4. But see, I really love the variegated. So I'm wondering if I shouldn't throw variegated in there.
This is the variegated one.
I might
You'd
have to just
get
buy the
that
kit.
set. Yeah, then you get that rust color in there. I love that rust color.
Let's see, and
I
I'm
couldn't do
thinking,
that
I
on-
look at these, and okay, I'd have to pick which one of these I wouldn't use. Because it calls for 5. And I love this
That would
one.
be hard.
I love this one. See, the other thought is that you've got the sets up front, too, that are the pinks that you did, the pink and the browns.
The pink and browns.
And
That's
maybe,
just in the 50s. I don't think
I don't know if you
have
did minis in that. I think you only
I
did
don't remember.
At any rate.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm going to use your minis just because these
Okay.
colors are just so pretty right now.
Thank you.
So.
I wanted to show this one. We were talking about happy accidents last time. This one is kind of falling in that category. I noticed in this color, it's called moss green, that I buy the yarn. Can you see online there's mini little blue dots? This dye breaks all on its own. I only have one color in here, just that moss green, and it gives me all those little blue dots. And on this one, I think is the one you can see it the most. All that's in here is that moss green, just a little higher concentrate. And look how it broke out the brown
And you've got
and blue. It broke out into a brown and a blue in spots.
That's
You
just
see
crazy.
the blue on the end there too. Yeah. So I mean, it's a happy accident. I love the way it looks.
I do too.
I mean, I'm gonna have to make a note for myself so I don't try to make this a solid color ever.
no.
You know, but it's a fun little happy accident.
Yeah, see, I like these together.
See, you could make them with the 50s then.
Yeah.
This one is different. Oh no, this one isn't.
But then this one, the speckle, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, or the brown.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do. Give me 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
You heard
So,
it here,
yeah,
folks.
that's the yarn I've been dyeing.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
And, it's just nice to see. It's really, I would think it's just like, oh, let's see what can I cook up today. And it's kind of like an experiment.
And now I'm deciding what am I, this is kind of my fall collection. So what am I going to do for winter? And I'm thinking, oh, maybe grays and blues and purples. And, you know, you can go from really light blue all the way up to deep, deep, dark midnight purple. So that might be my winter collection. Grays and blues and purples. Yeah, dreaming them up all the time.
Oh my
Seeing
gosh.
colors. Yeah, so.
So,
Yep, that's my yarn.
okay, we'll get some other new things in the shop.
Okay.
This is kind of fun because you had started with this. Did you talk? Yeah, you talked about the pillowcase.
I showed the
Okay,
pillowcases.
well, now we've got the crochet cotton in the shop. Here's
Yep.
pink, this minty green, a blue. We got some variegated with the pinks and the purple in there. And, oh, let's see. Oh, and then, of course, ecru.
Yep.
So that's available. And you're going to be doing that this weekend, right?
This weekend, but hopefully we will do a bigger advertised workshop later in the fall to
Yes.
do it again. I mean, this is just a...
We're doing some guinea pig things.
Yeah.
Saturday. A couple of friends are getting together and they're gonna test your pillowcase edging thing. So once we know that what we've got is gonna work universally, then it'll be, you know, a nice
Yeah.
Saturday fun workshop. You know,
Right.
we're trying to do things slowly, carefully, and
Right.
it, you know, makes sense to do it that way.
Right. And we have decided to for sure postpone the mystery, mystery
The mystery series, yeah.
to January through
yeah.
June.
It just didn't seem to, you know, I mean, the group that has done the mystery series all along, I just did not want to rush people into this. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And I mean, I'm starting school next week. I don't know where that's all going. But I do know I'm teaching online. So I found out yesterday. Thank you. But anyway, I'm trying really hard to make the best of it. Okay? We'll see. All right? Gulp.
Yep.
So,
But yeah, you'll teach classes though on Saturdays one-on-one.
yeah.
We're gonna make appointments. You'll have 1 hour long appointments, and the price will still be $25 for a 2 hour session. So you can take a 1 hour, or you can book 2 1 hour sessions, and they can be different weeks too. They don't have to be back to back.
And see, the thing about this is think of it like the knit doctors. Say you've got something, you know, rolling around in your head you want to knit, but you're not real sure about how to go about doing it. Bring it in. We'll figure it out. I can't, you know, we can do that. Let's say you've got a shawl in the works and there's something in this shawl that's not working right and you're stuck. Bring it in. We'll figure it out. I'm open to whatever you want to do. And I think that's the important part. If there's something you want me to teach you how to do, I'll do it.
Right.
Okay,
and
suck
finishing
at
too.
Yeah, finishing work. Like if you need help, want to know how to block a shawl, we're going to show you how to block a shawl.
Blocking, seaming,
Oh yeah, mattress
different
stitch,
bind-offs, picot edging.
Kitchener stitch,
Yeah, any of that stuff.
color work. I can, you know, I would love to teach someone color work, and if I you know, if I'm doing that one-on-one, that's doable.
Yeah.
You know. But we're just deciding that we really want to just take a slow approach. So to get involved, just call the shop, and
Right.
you know,
I
Joanne will get
hopefully
you
will
signed
have
up.
it all set up online too.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right where you can book the appointments and everything.
Oh, no
online.
kidding.
Yeah, I hope to have that all set up by the time this airs.
Okay. Oh wow,
So,
that'd
yeah.
be awesome.
Yep.
So at any rate, you know, let me help you if you're stuck or just got a question. We
Yep.
can do that. So.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we got coming up. I brought 2 of my UFOs along.
Okay.
Well, no, my WIPs. These are not UFOs. Well,
Yes.
this one's becoming it slowly but surely because the time is passing. But it's not that it doesn't get love. It does get love when I'm
Okay.
at railroad crossings. It's carnetting. So,
Okay. Oh, it'll get a lot of love then this weekend
oh,
while you're driving.
well, actually, no, I'm going to take something special along to finish this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have this baby blanket I have to test knit. And so I'm going to take the baby blanket and test it this weekend in the
Okay.
car. You know, I figure I can whip out a baby blanket in a couple hours in the car.
Okay.
Because it'll be about 6, maybe 7 in the car, so I can do that.
Yeah.
So I did bring along the shawl that I have been working on it. I am down to the last color. Oh crap, I ended my row in the middle. Oh well, it's life in the fast lane. Here it is. So I think you saw at least the beginnings of this jelly bean stitch. The pattern is jelly bean row. And so now you do rows of every color of jelly beans. And so I'm on the last one and then go in reverse order. I'm behind because I was playing around with it. I wanted, initially, I had thought I'm just gonna knit my stripes at the end here till I ran out of yarn. Because in the pattern pictures, it shows that not all stripes are the same color. But that's because the person knitting that sample ran out of yarn. Okay? Not because they wanted it that way. It was more out of necessity. So then I thought, well, I could just knit mine till I run out of yarn. But then what was happening is that I was getting like 6 rows. I got better gauge, you know, and I didn't measure my gauge on this. I just looked at the yarn I'm using and picked a needle size that I know I get with it and be done with it. But at any rate, so when I was working on this, I had my blue stripe here was 5 rows. My pink stripe was 6 rows. My gray stripe was 3 rows. And with all of this, or 3 ridges, and because it's garter stitch, 3 ridges. So I didn't like it. So I went to work and I was all the way to the yellow with, you know, lots more rows. And then I thought, no, I don't like this. So I ripped it out and now I'm consistent and I'm just doing the 3 ridges or 6 rows of the color and then doing the I don't know, the pearl bump. It's a mosaic technique, but it doesn't really look like mosaic. I mean, it's one row. It's a 1 row mosaic.
Yeah. It's kind of cute though.
It is cute to put that in there. And so, I mean, you have it here with blue, and then here it's the browns, and then up here, actually, it starts. There's a row of it up here. So, this will be done, hopefully, before I leave for the weekend, because I want it done. I want it done.
Are you leaving tonight or tomorrow morning?
Tonight.
Okay.
So maybe this afternoon I'll have time to. I'm on literally the last row of the
teal?
The teal, and then I have this jelly bean row here, and then I have 2 rows of brown, and then bind off.
Okay.
So, and if I'm not done before I leave, okay, I'll take it along and quick finish it.
Yeah.
I want it done.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Definitely. So, we'll see it. We'll have an FO next week because I'm sure it'll be blocked. And then I brought in my blanket. Now, I call this my car knitting because I leave this project literally in the car, and it gets worked on. These are a set of mini skeins. I have 26 of them in here. And so it's this blanket, and I love the stitch pattern, actually. You could do this. I'm doing it in a fingering weight. Who the heck does a blanket in fingering weight?
I don't know.
Okay, but I did, and I love it. I love the feel of it. It really is nice.
Yeah.
And it's not wimpy. So now I finished this color.
Yep.
And I added on the brown. I don't think you guys have seen this since I was way down here.
Oh, we did, because we seen it with this color, because we talked about that's what's in my Diva sweater.
Oh, well, then I didn't need to bring it in.
Yeah,
oh, well.
You didn't make a lot of progress.
No, I didn't. Well, the rows are long, and the train only goes by so often,
Right.
Yeah, but that's car knitting when the train goes by. Yeah. And I can do, like if I'm in a Zoom meeting for school or something like that, that's pretty no-brain, and I can knit that.
Yeah.
I can knit this other one too in a Zoom meeting because it's pretty no-brain. But other things, if I got to follow a chart, no, I'm not going to do that in a meeting.
Yeah. Right. So. And I have discovered I should not be doing the charts while we're doing group knitting. Because knitting with friends, twice now I've had a rip out on my sweater with the chart. So even though I said it was going to be done by today, I still have a few more rows. I'm on the last row before the ribbing. But, yeah. Yeah, that does not work well when you're doing a chart. So
Well.
I learned my lesson. But I do have an FO.
Oh.
My FO is my scrap blanket.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
It's heavy.
Oh my gosh, is it? It doesn't want to come out of the bag.
I decided I wanted to give it to my granddaughter Olivia for her birthday.
So you finished it.
So I gave it some thorough love. Let me back up.
I have not heard you talk about this.
I had it here once a few months ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just decided last week to do it for Olivia's birthday. And so I think I did like from here up,
Okay,
about
so it's
that
held
much.
double.
Yeah, this is all marled because I held it together with a cone of natural.
Oh my gosh, and it's all fingering, so it's 2 fingering weights held together.
Yes.
Oh my god, is it heavy? It's nice.
So, yeah, it's a closed shell is what it's called in crochet.
Wow.
And then I did a border all the way around, you can see, with this teal color, which is the one I dyed. And,
That's nice.
yeah, it really didn't need a border, but I just put one on there.
No, I like the
So-
border.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all done. I think it ended up being 42 by 64 or
That's
something
not
like
bad
that.
size.
Yeah, and she's short like me. So 64 is plenty tall.
Oh my god, she's gonna love
Yep,
this.
she's going to be 16
You're getting old.
on Sunday. Yeah.
Wow. 16.
Yep.
Mm.
So, and this, I think I'll make my friend Penny from Frivolous and Frugal.
Yes.
Penny's the frugal one. Now this is what I do with this. If my leftover sock yarn has 6 grams or more, then I put a stripe in this blanket. If it has 2.5 or 2.1 grams, then I have enough to make a square, little bitty square for, I'm doing, it's like the Battenberg blanket, but I'm gonna do my own way of joining them together. I did a practice join here. Because I don't like that ridge they had.
Okay.
And so I'm doing this join instead, where you like chain 2, slip stitch on the opposite one, chain 2, slip stitch on the opposite, and you kind of make a zigzag all the way around.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So that's 2.1 grams or more will make one of these squares, and you make a whole bunch of these colored squares, and then when you make the white squares, you join them together. So you don't make the white ones ahead, just the colored ones.
Okay.
And when I have like 300 of them, and I have a whole bunch of them, because I did a whole bunch with the yarn I was dyeing.
Oh my.
Because that's how I was testing the color fastness. Like I dyed this, and then I wrapped a white plain natural yarn around it, and then I washed it with that yarn around it. Made sure that it didn't bleed.
Okay.
So I could test it.
Well, and it was
worked
color
out well.
fest.
Yeah, yeah. So you can tell the ones I did that with because they're nice and flat and almost square.
Wow.
So, and the other ones are a little curled up yet. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
So you
If
need
there's
like
2
300 of these little squares?
Yeah, to get a
Oh.
whole Afghan.
Does that include the white ones or not including the white
No,
ones?
not including the white ones. So I'm just gonna keep adding on until I figure I'm done with it. Then, if there's scraps beyond that, then I'm putting them in a magic ball. And I'm just gonna make a scarf where you knit in a tube and then Kitchener it together. But I'm thinking, mind is going again, maybe I make 2 balls, because I like doing that marled sweater. And I like the weight of this too, the marled. So I might make 2 balls and have one like all my lights and one all my darks. and then marl them together when I knit it for the scarf. But for now, I'm just putting them in a ball. Yeah, soon to be 2 balls. Yeah, I got all my little balls here, and I got my scale at home right on the table. That's the tiny scale, not the male scale. I have one of those little bitty scales too.
Yeah, opposed to a little.
It's a jewelry scale.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have mine too. I actually I think I have 2 of them. I mean, I love my and I keep a food scale, right by my knitting chair.
Yeah,
'Cause
I have the food scale in the basement right now. I used to have it here, but that's what I use to weigh the minis, because I wind them off a cone.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that is my scrap. Use every bit. Don't throw any yarn out. The only yarn I throw out is acrylic, and even that I don't throw out very often.
Well,
I give it to the kids to play with. So, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna wash and dry this yet.
Yeah. Well, it'd be the same
I
as
don't know.
blocking
I
it.
think I might not see her on the weekend. I might not see her till Monday.
Okay.
So then it should be dry by then. That'll work its way in.
Okay.
Every
that would
once
bug
in a
me.
while,
A loop will jump
yeah,
up.
when I wash it, it'll go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you going to dry this?
I'll dry it halfway. It's
Okay.
all superwash.
Yeah.
So I'll dry it halfway, probably about 20 minutes. And then I'll lay it over the ironing board to finish drying.
Okay. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, look how it's all pastel there and all bright there. But that's just, probably the mood I was in at the time.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of this was the stuff that was in Becky's sweater, like from here to here.
Yeah.
That was all what was in Becky's sweater.
That's funny. When you think about it, I mean, even with this, I've got all these, little balls about yay big of all of these colors from this set of minis left. And yeah, you do, you got to figure out what to do with all of them. Otherwise, they just accumulate.
Yeah, and I even run out of scraps.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
I never do.
I would get stalled on this blanket because I'd be out of scraps.
Seriously?
Yeah, I have to wait till I knit some more socks or whatever.
Oh my.
Well, I don't usually buy mini skein sets to put in the blankets like some people do.
Yeah,
I strictly use scraps.
Yeah, like this one ended up being a set of mini skeins.
Yeah.
But it was kind of this Advent, not Advent kit. And so, it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I do have way more scraps than I know what to do with. And I mean, I did that marled sweater too, and I really love my marled sweater.
Yeah.
Turned out very nice. So, I guess that's okay.
Well, there's some ideas.
I do happen to have a couple patterns that I found on Ravelry of scrap blankets that I'm going to work my way into. So we shall see.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the looks of that Battenberg. I just didn't like, they did single crochet to put them together. So there was that big thick ridge.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Between I didn't like that big thick ridge. So.
Okay.
To my own modification.
There you go. Well, I have to admit, I tend to follow patterns, but I will mod when I need to. And just like it with this one, I was going to make modifications like add length. Like even between here, I could have done a bit more of the brown because I'm going to have plenty of brown left. I mean, there's plenty there. So, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah. Well, put it in your scrap bowl. You'll have a project before you know it.
Yeah, I got a bunch of scrap bowls. You know what I saw? Now that you say that, this is something only that a true knitter would appreciate, or a fiberista. Okay, not just knitters. Crocheters too, for sure. You get one of those tall, for lack of a better name, like an apothecary jar, but they had them. They had them actually at Joanne's like on the clearance area, tall with a lid.
Okay.
And they're different shapes. You know, some of them go like fluting and whatever. Anyways, these big, tall. Take all your minis and make little balls and fill this jar.
I've seen that. Like the vases, the glass vases that are this big that usually the grass is in. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very pretty.
Yeah, and so I think I need to do that. You know, I'll just take some of my little balls of yarn because I got, Lord knows I got plenty of, especially fingering weight. And I think I'm going to fill a jar. Just
there you go.
because it would look nice in my house, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah, and that's, you know, putting your knitting out in your house again. Because you said something about your knitting.
You walk in my house, you don't know how much I knit. I think you should.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I just think a person's home should be reflective of who they are. I mean, that's the, you know, kind of a goal. And so mine doesn't reflect anything of my interests. It's very devoid of all that. Well, that's not right. So
right now, mine shows mine because on my dining room table,
yeah,
I have a big cutting mat and all the stuff cut out to make 5 project bags.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, let me show those quick.
Oh, you got new ones?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I didn't even know that. You didn't tell me about that. You holding out on me?
They were sitting right here on the table.
Oh, well, I must not be paying attention.
So I have this stuff cut out to make 5 more of these. This is vinyl on the bottom and then cloth on the top. This one I put interfacing in instead of the batting. The batting was too tight. Now when it's the small size, I don't put anything in there, just the cloth. But when it's bigger, you want it a little stiffer. So this one has interfacing on the back of the fabric.
Okay.
So it's drawstring.
It folds
a
up.
bucket, yep. You can
Nice.
fit a whole sweater in there. Yeah, so I have 5 more of those cut out and ready to sew. And, you know, when I'm done, wherever I leave off on Tuesday, that's where the home projects usually stay until the following Sunday. And then I made this one too. This is a one of a kind.
Color. That's a pretty color.
Yeah. I like that one. And this one's a little bit bigger, a little taller. I think it's the same across, but it's a little bit taller. So.
What, you just base that on how much of this stuff you got?
Yeah, this was already cut out. I think I was going to make a tote bag out of this.
Oh.
And I never did.
Okay.
So I made this kind of bag out of it instead.
Yeah, this vinyl is nice.
Yeah.
Because you can just plop your bag wherever and you don't have to
Yeah,
worry about
because
it.
this was going to be a tote bag because I even cut 2 inches off. But it had the corners cut out and everything already. So, yeah, I just cut 2 inches off because it was too tall. And there we go.
Okay. Well, would have been a nice tote bag, but it's just as equally nice project bag.
Yeah.
Project
Yeah,
bags
I
are
like
just
this.
fun.
Yeah, I like these.
I do
used
too.
it-
I keep mine, the one you gave me like that, and I just keep that by my chair and I keep it folded over. I don't put a project in there. I put a yarn cake, and then my yarn cake doesn't run around.
Okay.
And you know, or if I'm, especially if I'm going from the outside. If I'm going from the inside, then I don't really worry about it. But if I'm going from the outside of my yarn cake, or if it's in a ball, because like all these mini skeins, I had them in a ball. Then the ball runs all
balls
over.
Really jump. They
You know?
even jump out of here.
Yeah, they can.
That's one of the reasons I got these in the store.
Oh, we were
but
going to talk about
these
them.
are a little smaller. But I mean, for those little balls, they're going to be perfect.
You know, it would be perfect for a mini skein.
Yeah. You can see on the back, you can put a little holder on for your wrist. The yarn comes out the side there, so it's easy to load and unload. And there is a center pin if you want to, you know, have a cake in there. This one, they got like pearl cotton in there. I mean, you could use this to make a pillowcase if you wanted to. So we got a couple of those.
Well, it just like, it would be perfect for those little balls. You know, they're not going to run around on you.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. Or we got the yarnets.
Yeah, yarnets are
Those
nice.
will hold a whole cake.
Yeah.
So I might take one of those home. Yeah, because they jump all around, and the dog loves to go after them, and then he'll bite right through them. And I got to make extra magic knots.
Oh, see, Libby doesn't even bother with them anymore.
Yeah,
You know, when she
well-
was younger, she did investigate my yarn, and I've had, she chewed on knitting once where she actually had the needles out of the project, and they were
Oh.
bamboo needles, and I think she just enjoyed chewing on the wood.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, she was pretty young, so I'm thinking that's what it was. But
Yeah.
since then, she has not. Okay, if I have chocolate or something sweet in the bottom of the bag, in my project, in the bag I carry all the time, I have always one knitting bag. Okay, and in that one knitting bag, I keep my tool pouch, my sock ruler, some stitch holders, my scale. Well, that's about it.
And
Oh.
then project bags.
And then I take that, I always keep packed and ready to go. And then I just put whatever project bag I want in there. And so in my project bag, I never have tools. You know, I just have yarn and knitting. But then my project bags always go in my knitting bag. And I just, then my knitting's always grab and go. It always is. I don't ever have to look for anything. And there isn't a knitting tool that I might need that's not in that tool bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep them all in there, you know, and but they're all small versions. I mean, I got the Fix-It in there. I've got a cable needle in there. I've got a stitch gauge and a ruler and a needle sizer and, you know,
Okay.
all of it's in there.
Good.
Yeah, and a boatload of different kinds of stitch markers.
Yeah.
Because you just never know when the spirit will
Right.
move you, which ones you want when.
Exactly.
So,
You need different ones.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at your cowl that you knit with the cables.
Mm-hmm.
I have that set of minis that you dyed at home.
Yeah, that was all naturally.
Yeah, I could.
Done.
Well, I could use those.
Some of those were small. Those had 5, 10, and 20.
Oh.
That, you know, so they're
Maybe I
not
won't have
all
enough.
20. They're not all 20 grams.
Well, 70 was the most, and I think other ones were like half of that.
Okay.
Well, nonetheless, I
You
kind of
can
like the
weigh
fall,
'em.
I kind of like the fall colors better. I mean, those are nice, but I really like these.
Yeah. And
But-
those would mix with these too.
You know, they would. They would.
They're all earthy.
That's what you know, as I'm sitting here, that's what caught my eye because it was those earthy tones of those colors, and I really liked them.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. And then again, maybe I'll dive in my bag of leftovers and see what I got that I could put together that would create some sort of gradient kind of pattern to it. I mean, the cowl, it definitely leans itself towards a gradient, but there's no reason why you couldn't knit it in 2 colors. And, you know, so I don't know. But like I said, it's a 2-week project, at a 1-week, 3-night project at the most. I mean, it's 200 and some odd yards, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 nights of knitting easily. So, I don't know. It'll be done quick.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Okay. That's
Well-
all I have.
that's all I got. We got nothing anymore. We're done.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.